Hello everyone, I hope you all are good and welcome back to my channel. Today it's Saturday and it is 10:30 right now. We just thought to go around the town, and also I needed to change some clothes, so I thought we will come here. But we just, while walking, we found out that this Bradford Police Museum is open now. It was closed due to the lockdown, and they've got its original courtroom, original prison inside, and it's a museum now. So we're gonna go inside for a tour. You have to book it in advance, but as it was a bit quiet, they allowed us to book it right now. It just costs £5 each adult. So me, Nas and Komoji has booked it for ourselves. We're gonna go in and they will give us a tour. It's 1 hour tour. Let's just go in, try to cover as much as we could. That's the entrance. So we're gonna go and see women's prison today, the real prison, and how they do the investigations and what are the procedures from the time of arresting and then putting in the prison. So they're gonna show us everything. And then towards the end of the museum, they have a little shop from where we can buy stuff. So let's see how it goes. Let's just go in and have some fun. Okay.
We need to get you on a tour though, because if one gets booked, you won't be able to get in.
So let's get
Come on in here and I'll get inside.
Unfortunately, it's not allowed to film inside, but then I will try to film as much as I could. We don't need to wear gloves or mask or something, yeah? Sorry?
You speak to the staff inside, we'll sort something out for you.
Yeah.
Absolutely fine. Thank you so much.
The bit that you're going to end up at when you've done all of the tour, that is the original police station where they would have paraded for duty when this opened in 1874. So this first part here was built in 1874 and that was when it opened as a police station for the first time here on this site. It had previously been elsewhere in Bradford. Now, so you know where Marks and Spencer's is in the Broadway? Yeah. So that is roughly where the very first police station would have been.
Underground tunnels.
All sorts of things.
Yeah, there's underground tunnels.
Yeah. But the first police station was sort of like where Marks and Spencer's was. So I'll start walking you around here. So obviously in the 1800s, if you know the history of Bradford, you'll know that Bradford was a very rich place because of all the wool mills, the Industrial Revolution. So that was one of the reasons why this place was built, to sort of like showcase the wealth that Bradford had. Now when you do get chance, if you look further up, you'll see all around the City Hall are the kings and queens of England. There is one imposter. You'll have to find him, but the imposter up there is Oliver Cromwell.
Oh!
The pretender to the throne, I suppose you could say.
The one that tried to get the throne.
That's it, so this would have been the original entrance where the officers would have gone in, and that would originally have led to the gallery that we'll end up in, and that's where they would have paraded for duty.
Okay.
The City Hall was actually built in 3 different sections at 3 different times. So this bit, you see a nice smooth stone, you see where it changes, and then it changes again.
So it was extensions of the building.
Yeah. So the front bit, where we've just come in and out of, that was the first part built in 1874. So what would have happened is the officers would have been out on patrol in the city, and this is where they would have been brought. It would have been brought to this location where Charlie is stood, and then from there they would have been taken into the custody area, which is where you would be going. Now sometimes these people were too drunk to actually walk, so they would have been barroading.
They used to just
throw
them in.
Bear in mind, in the 1870s there was no Police and Criminal Evidence Act, there was no CCTV. I haven't decided yet. I think I'll have them all arrested for petty thievery.
You thief! Okay.
They are recorded.
I'm not.
they are
Okay.
I'm doing it for my son-in-law that's actually a copper
Oh, excellent. Where's he a police officer?
in London, Parliament.
Oh, very good. Oh,
Yeah.
crikey, that's, yeah. That's
Yeah.
a tough
To pay for that job.
So you might just have to remind them not to film at that point. So I shall leave you in the care
Thank you very
room.
much.
Thank you.
Charlie?
Yes. Anyway, when this gate was put in and the new part of the town hall was built, there was this bell on the wall.
Oh,
And they used that to test whether you were tall enough to become a policeman or a policewoman. If you couldn't reach that,
okay. Really? Wow. Is that a real story or is it a joke?
no, it's true. You had to be 5'7".
Sure. Let me see. If I can. Film it for... I can.
Yeah.
Film it for him. Yeah.
So 5'7".
Is this the original gates? Or the original?
Yeah. Well, yeah, they are. Yeah.
The original place.
Yeah. So that was the original entrance before they built this other part of the town hall. It was like it. Takes a while to warm up, like me.
Oh, okay.
It actually works.
When that council became richer and more staff, they put a banqueting suite on, and because none of the public would come in here unless you were a criminal, they it's just ordinary brickwork covered with tiles.
Okay. Normal tile.
Yeah, those in there are in the banqueting suite. If you go inside, they look beautiful. But obviously stained glass from outside with no light showing through.
Yeah.
Now, if you look along there, there's a big... I'll go for this. Just be careful.
Well, we are getting arrested now. These are beautiful old doors.
We put you in there. So we used
These will be fastened on.
Look,
Yeah.
that's what would be the handcuffs, in other words.
No, you put your legs through there.
Legs.
Okay.
You were sat down on the floor, on the court floor, might be there for 24 hours, and people would throw rotten tomatoes at you, and cabbages and all sorts of things. That was a form of justice really before the court system started. But these are original ones, and these were outside the police station in Bingley, which when it was demolished they gave us these to put in. That's our favourite woodworms.
Yeah, I was going to say you've got quite a few. Needs to be treated, otherwise it will all go.
Yeah, I know. Mine is about 150 years old and it's lasted so long.
150 years old.
Can I take a picture of you there, please? Over here.
I'll be here, right? And I would say to the officer who brought you in, what's happened? And he'd say, well, I suspect that they've been stealing. So,
Whatever we saw.
empty your pockets, you see. So what you would do, we'd have these evidence bags. You'd put everything down there, and I'd have a look at it, and I'd say, what are you doing with the knife like that?
Oh.
Now, we're talking about late 1800s.
And
At the
knives
time.
were like,
So everybody would have one of those in the pocket,
yeah.
because the majority of people would work in the mills, you know, the wool mills, and they'd need this for the work in the mill. But at the moment, is that illegal now?
No, it's not.
Why?
It's against the law. It's a weapon. It can
So
be
it's
used.
illegal.
It could be used to injure.
Right, that is legal, the length of it,
Yeah.
but it's also legal because it takes two hands to open it.
So it's legal.
It's legal, is that?
Oh.
But we'd still be suspicious and we'd take it off you, because if you're going to the cells, we don't want you in the cells with one of those. But as it stands now, the law, that is legal because it takes two hands to open it.
Yeah. But there was one point when they were against the law, wasn't it?
No, not that size. If you press a button and it flicks out, different matter.
Oh.
But as it is, you need two hands, so that's legal. But we would take it off you because you're going in the cells.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what would you set on fire in the cell?
The mattress. If you were given a
Do you
mattress.
have mattresses?
Oh yeah, they didn't have mattresses.
Well, what they had was,
A cigar?
No, there's a clue on the end. It's made in America, is this, and it's a menthol inhaler. Right?
A mental in it? In other words, the so-called cigarette thing?
Somebody's probably got a chest complaint.
Yeah.
So what, if we're going to arrest somebody who's got one of those, I would knock on this door, and in there would be the police surgeon. He would come out and I'd say, can you have a look at this, sir? He'd say to the person, how often do you need to take that? And he'd say, probably 4 times a day. He says, right, I'll keep that and I'll administer it. You can't take that in the cell. It's for dragging people around that's not got hands fastened together. If you just wanted to pull somebody, you would just loop that on the hand and there would be probably a rope on that.
Loop it on the hand? Yeah. But would it be that small though?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Put rope on and then just... Oh.
With cork for.
Oh.
Yeah? If it isn't in there, they can't do anything to you. And then obviously after, I don't know what the exact date is, but they brought in the Police and Criminal Evidence Act, PACE, you know, where they have to caution you. So that's 1892, this book.
That's why they used to measure it.
How? Let me check.
Don't touch it.
I think they can. No, it's okay. I guess. Oh yeah, it's not in a good condition. What?
Sector.
Female sector, okay.
Leads from the used to be the front counter where people would hand themselves in on warrant or if the mate had got locked up coming the front door, yes, they come in that door.
Oh wow, yeah. That's it.
That's the biggest, that's the big, yeah. That's the size of the biggest meal that you could ever get in this prison.
It's like, is it a window then?
Very thin people.
As if it was, yeah.
To see the prisoner like that,
Yeah.
to them or something. Okay.
Yeah.
So it is a plan of the center of the city of
What's
Bradford.
the 9 o'clock news?
Yeah, I do. 9 o'clock.
Here in this one.
Oh my God, no way! Why did you do that to him? To me as well.
So this was what they call the restraining chair. So if you got a prisoner, you know, a person who's come in who's...
That's the criminals.
I think it's an electric chair, but it's not.
There's also
The phone.
I thought it was
I've never seen one.
well, that pattern you would give in.
Yeah.
didn't expect. No.
Right, so there's 2 desks. You can tell that this is the inspector's desk because he's got a nice china pot. That's the sergeant, he's got a pint pot.
I don't remember Mr. Lambert.
This. Right, so police forces, obviously there were no telephone connections or anything, or if there was, it was quite rare. But they used to pass around the police news, and this would be the first knowledge they get of the Jack the Ripper case in London in 1888.
Yeah.
Now, how old you were, how tall you were, what clothes you were wearing, and that would be in that book.
So that's what we need to do.
Yes, yeah. Now this other book, now this is an interesting book, you'll like this one. This actually goes till the day the police station here shut.
Wow!
Yeah. Now these people here are not criminals.
They're just written in.
No. So they call you Mrs. Cordingley, and you lived at 100 Bolton Hall Road, Bolton Woods in Bradford. You're going on holiday for a fortnight. So you come into the station and you say, would you look after my house? I say, good morning, Bradford City Police. And a fellow might say, or a woman might say, can I speak to the Chief Constable, please? And they'll say, hang on a moment. They'll put it like that and it holds you. I'll just see if he's available. Press the one for the Chief Constable. somebody wants to speak to you, sir, it's here, put them through, and that would drop down, and that would be lit up to all the time
Until the conversation
till it
finished.
finished, and then when the light went off, whoever was here would flick it back. So that's an original telephone system.
Wow.
Now, what about being dark in here? You've got a coal fire,
Yeah.
everybody smoked a pipe, and there were gas or oil lamps, so there'd been a fog in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been horrible.
These have done. No, what's been covered? There would be no lights, and
This is a real prison there. It's a women prison, is it?
this is Houdini's prison.
Oh, okay.
Houdini came with
Yeah, yeah. You're not in prison.
No lights, no air. It's just that much for the ventilation.
for 15 minutes at times.
Share lamp, what was it, no?
And we have been locked inside. No, I can't keep my camera on after this.
Inside toilets.
That's,
Yeah, it's
that's
outside,
for potty.
isn't it?
Yeah, and it's a little laughing lamp to stop it freezing.
No,
We all have one of
there's
those.
no ventilation, there's no
And it's
air,
called a gazunda.
there's no light.
Gazunda.
Yeah, you know that, was it? A gazunda.
Gazunda.
Why do they call it that? Because it goes under the bed.
Oh.
You put a cloth over it.
So were they allowed blankets then?
If you were poorly, yeah.
Extension of the light, right?
Yeah.
Right.
No.
That's for potty.
That's what it's getting closer.
Okay. It's a 1 hour long tour.
I'll look at it.
Yeah.
Oh, look, you've got the tank on top.
So, when you come,
This is the toilet.
so, if you look there on the wall,
This is our original.
slopes down, that way around, and we'll floor across that, wonderful flats. And all the drunk women used to lay down like sardines in the can, all in a row. Yeah. So,
So that's specifically for drunk people there.
Yeah, drunk women.
Drunk women. And then they have to clean after their mess. And things would go in here in the drain. Okay, let's just follow that. That's the women's cell where we just been now. What? Look at the gate.
Oh, look, they would write with a quill.
No bylaws.
That's how they would write.
Right, so,
We're coming to the post button,
the big roll of the couples, friends in a row.
and they'll be waiting.
They were waiting. And if there were any trouble, like you had a family who were fighting, court, and if say so and so, then we'll be sat there with the police constable handcuffed forward. And he would say, right, yeah.
So what was this?
Well, you'll see that when we go home.
Ready, police.
I mean, they might be going through cases, you know, only 5 minutes a case, so you might have a load queuing up to come in. Right.
I just Oh, they'll get posh with the carpet. Oh my gosh.
So it's a cold room then. Ah, this is beautiful.
Has anybody ever been in court?
No, thanks. Yeah, I've been.
Yeah, yeah. So what we've got now is, that's the witness stand. Witnesses were in those. And then they would ask the questions. And they could also go in there and discuss the case before they came back out and made it public. The lost my track now. Yeah. I think once you get over 60, over 76, I think they can call you. Up to 76 they can. Because it's only just been found. It's disappeared for 20 years. Really? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's just some last 2 weeks. It's a bit soft, so we're going to have to refloor it.
This is original. They've just found it.
Wow.
It belonged here.
It'll get a polish.
So if I'm
looks like it's been
so I'm
outside,
accused, I stand here. No, or witnesses.
You can't
No,
go
like
inside.
if it's witnesses or accused, who stands there?
Yeah.
For witnesses.
It was actually put in the cellar of the hallway.
That's too
And then it disappeared.
little. No, it's enough space.
Yeah.
So they don't use this place anymore.
The jury would sit.
No, it's used for filming.
A little bit tricky to go downstairs. You have to be really careful when you walk from here. It's a very narrow space.
Thousands of people walked the road in the years.
Did you check the river walk?
No.
Oh wow.
And it made enough to keep us going without having to shut down.
Can I take a photograph?
Yeah, of course.
We'd be talking the lessons like. Where's she gone? Oh, she's seen there.
So these are the sort of uniform. But that is the actual building. Before it was demolished, it was used as a warehouse.
Oh. It's sad when something like that gets demolished. So what, have you found it or they're still being here?
Well, some have been found. You know, they come up
Yeah.
antique fairs and things. It's surprising. You see this old motorcycle?
Yeah.
That's much of the years past. So when you got the bikes, they're still saluting, they were falling off. So what they did, they offered a regulation.
That's from 1980s Radio Police.
Oh, that was a Beagle man.
Was it the Beagle man? I thought it was a policeman.
This is siren on the top of the car. That's a very old safe. It's a very original. It's 1980s or something.
Remember that?
That's the telephone there. This is a telephone. That's the hat. There's receivers and mics and.
Done it.
Oh yeah.
So that's the original weapon.
Yeah.
These are all
yes,
original weapons.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's from a burglary where they've cut round the lock on the door. So that you can open the door without making a noise. With it. If the people are asleep upstairs, they won't hear you drilling a hole through, you know, with a hand drill.
Wow.
On the gentleman.
Investigation box.
Real gentleman. Wow.
I'll get the evidence in.
What's this over here? The truncheons.
That's first.
Yeah, that's an early uniform. That.
From 20th century. These are from 20th centuries.
Look at this.
Teapot. That was from 1904. Ah, that's so old. Oops. 1990s. Yeah, that's from 1990s. Handcuffs and helmets.
These are Bradford Police now, it's a West Yorkshire Police.
So that was the police force of Yorkshire first.
Yeah. You see, have you heard of the riot act?
Yeah.
You can call the riot act, well, if there's a strike on.
Helmet of a horse-mounted police from 19th century.
It was the original police station.
That's the lantern that police used then.
No.
Helmet badge. Handcuff from 1850s. Something exciting.
As you're going down the street, you can light up the house numbers.
Oh, okay.
Not bright when you're at mine, huh?
That's quite bright.
I wondered why they had the lights on us all.
There's a sun, the siren light. That light.
Yeah,
If you
look.
look at numbers. for the
Oh,
place, so they
okay.
put it on.
House numbers and
So the lights, side light.
all. Nas decided to get this whistle, and there's the police torch.
What was it called? Arsenal. Not about gas masks.
I'm going to leave you now. Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Really did enjoy that.
As long as you
We've got pens.
Hold this. Oh. You wanted these two things.
Yeah.
What did you get?
This is for my son-in-law.
Police. It's police.
Because he's a police officer.
Yeah.